wins this season, considering your group was down to 8 players with one of them on a minutes restriction. Just how does that rank up there for you, and in terms of gritty wins, and how impressed were you with your group's collective ability to stand?
Super impressed, man. I really feel like if you look up grit, toughness, determination in the dictionary, we're gonna be there. And so we just put it together. There were times in the game when we went down. When they took away that Cole 3, I don't know what we went down, either 5 or 7, and it was a little bit of weight out of our sails, and we just found a way. Every time they hit a shot, we didn't lose belief that we could win this game, and we went out and we did it.
Jonathan, we talked in the locker room recently about your performances this season. Just what can a game like this do for you and your confidence, perhaps? I know you're a pretty confident guy, but what can a game like this, where you're grabbing offensive rebounds, scoring points late, do for you moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. I've known just throughout the season so far that I haven't been at my best, and I've still been getting in shape. I've still been, trying to find my footing. And, the last few games I felt more energized. I felt like I could run longer. And, that opens up the offensive glass. I didn't feel tired tonight in that second half at all. Felt like I could, keep playing another game right now. So that feels good, knowing that energy is there and I could trust it and not have to worry about getting tired, and being able to defend as well. Like, defend hard and go crash the glass. I haven't been able to do that, so far this season, and it feels good doing it now.
Speaking of those offensive rebounds, you had that big one late in the fourth quarter. There's so many plays like that from throughout the roster. Where does that come from this team to be able to kind of will themselves to victory with those kinds of plays?
Yeah, I think it's just a part of our identity. It's just who we are as individual players. And when you put that together, you got a recipe for, late wins, comeback wins. Obviously, we don't want to put ourselves in that position, but we're down guys, and, we're kind of just, playing the hand that we've been dealt. And, Mose is obviously a part of it in terms of how he's instructed us. And we've known going into the season, even last season, we have great guys that can score, but, our identity is a defensive team. And, to be down to just the 8 guys, and like you said, P's on minutes restrictions, to still be able to rely on that, speaks to, again, who we are as individual players. And when you put that together in a cohesive unit where guys are like-minded, nobody cares about the shine, nobody cares about who's taking shots. It's just about winning the basketball game. You have nights like tonight.
Jonathan, you kind of mentioned there a little bit about your guys' ability to come back late in fourth quarters, and can't kind of keep that grit and that resiliency about you guys. You guys hold Philadelphia to 22 points again tonight in the fourth quarter. Just as these instances keep happening, is there something that sticks out to you guys about your fourth quarter defense in particular that allows you guys to have so much success there?
Yeah, I think it's just our size. We're big, and we kind of force teams. You have to knock down shots. And PG, Maxey, they were hitting shots, early in the game. PG obviously fouls out, which is in our favor. But when it comes down to the end of the games, guys don't really have legs. And when you got to hit, tough twos and 3-pointers, it's really difficult. You're not getting to the rim, or if you're getting to the rim, we're there challenging. So I think just our size and our size at the guard positions. AB, CU had a great defensive stints tonight on PG, Maxey, the whole 9. So I think just our size helps us, and just that mentality again, that mentality of, no matter what has happened in previous plays, it's a new play and we're coming at you again. TQ, his defense tonight, his offensive rebounding was amazing. So we just had guys just step in and just want to play, want to win the game. And I think that's you have that, you can do anything.
Jonathan, I asked Cole this question. Guys like you and him have been sort of having inconsistent minutes throughout the season, but when your number is called, just like tonight, the other night, you step up, really, provide a level of effort for this team and, help the guys get a win. Where does that inner strength come from, that confidence? Just a lot of guys might, lose minutes and come back and really not give that same level of effort. So where does that come from for guys like you and for Cole?
I think it's just belief. Believe. It's obvious, that Cole believes in his ability and himself. And, whenever if he's on the court 2 minutes or he's on the court 30 minutes, you're going to know, that he believes in himself. Me, my journey, everything that I've been through, I try my best to just continue to trust in Christ. And as I've done that, nights like tonight happen where, there's been a weathering of a storm, and I just stay with it, and he's faithful. And he was faithful to me tonight.
Jonathan, you briefly mentioned, you guys having 8 players, obviously with Tristan and Goga leaving the game, the next up mentality. for Jamal Mosley and obviously the coaching staff as a whole to still have you guys prepared
Right.
and to win these games consistently, like months on end, what does that just say about Jamal and just the job that he continues to do with this team?
Just amazing. I think just his ability to instill that belief. We've been saying it the entire season where guys have been out. Like, there's enough. There's enough in the locker room right now to come out here and win this basketball, not compete, not put out a great effort, no moral victories, but to win. And he's put that that belief in us, and we've gone out there and carried it out. Night in and night out. We've lost some, and we just kind of chuck it up. Yo, we're down, guys. We're kind of hurting right now, but we have an opportunity to win this game, and we lost it. We got the next game, next man up, and there's enough here to do it, and we proved that tonight.
Yeah, this is game number 41 for you guys, officially the halfway mark. And then last year, you guys were about the same record, I think maybe one game less, and you're on pace for about the same record
That's
now.
hilarious.
Does it feel that way? Or does it feel like, I mean, I know records don't tell you the whole story,
Right.
but does it feel like this team can do what it did last year, go maybe even a little bit further?
Yeah, definitely farther. I think our defensive identity is even more ingrained, right now than it is last year because we've had to rely so much on it. And I think it's just a perfect setup. With P coming back, we'll get Franz back soon, we'll get J Suggs back soon, to have that identity and to have that understanding, like as you go down the bench, that every guy is believing that when I get in this game, I can affect it in a positive way. Sometimes you don't get that when everybody's healthy and guys aren't touching the floor and they're not getting minutes. But I think when those guys get back, and obviously there'll be changes, not playing as much, it's just a part of the league. But every guy will go, when I get in the game, I have the opportunity to affect it in a positive way. And I think it sets us up to have a really great run. But we take it one game at a time. We head into Milwaukee with that mindset that we owe them, and we go from there.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.